So what 4 stocks in 2020 have dropped over 70%? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions here with another video, and I hope that you are excited because in this video, I'm going to be talking about 4 different sectors that have been affected by this unfortunate coronavirus and 4 specific stocks, one from each sector, that has dropped over 70%. So I hope that I earn your thumbs up throughout this video. And one of the things that I wanted to ask you is I would love to, especially over the weekend, if you guys would like me to list at least the top 5 stocks for each sector that I break down, just get this video to over 2,000 likes and I'll be sure to make a follow-up video listing the top stocks and the sectors that we're going to be talking about, such as the airline industry, the cruise line industry. We're also going to be talking about the car rental industry and of course, overall retail. But let's go ahead and get started. Quick little recap on the day. I closed a little bit over $2,000 profit. Natural gas has been very bearish, meaning that it's been consistently selling off. So by simply focusing on direction, it made it very easy to make money off of gas. It's never easy to make money in the stock market as a day trader, but when you focus on direction, it just makes it that much easier. So I'm very excited to see what next week has to offer, especially with all these stocks that have dropped over 70%. So the first industry that I want to talk about is the airline industry. I actually made a video earlier this week talking about American Airlines, how it's dropped over 70%. If anything, it's closer to 90% drop from when it was trading at $30 a share. Now, one of the things that I did talk about in that video is there is a risk of American Airlines burning through so much money that it can potentially go bankrupt. So one of the things that you need to take into consideration, especially as a long-term investor, is not just the overall concept of buying the dip, but also making sure that you put your hard-earned money in something that is showing signs of growth. And the companies that we're going to be talking about today, some of them are still selling off. So you need to make sure that you take that into consideration before you even add it to your watch list. So American Airlines in the overall airline industry is definitely one that has taken one of the biggest hits, burning through $6 billion in Q2 and expected to burn through $40 billion by the end of 2020. It has dropped from $30 where it was trading at right before this pandemic happened and now trading at $8 to $9 a share, which is super unfortunate to see. But if and only if American Airlines does make a recovery, it sees, based off of previous highs, if it makes a full recovery, which can literally take years, but it does offer nearly a 200% return. So this is why I'm talking about it, as we can set our alerts, and if we get confirmation of a reversal, an actual indication of higher highs, then we can follow up with it and maybe take a position when it makes sense. The second industry that I want to talk about is the cruise line industry. And one of the things that Ish actually informed me on today is, you guys remember Ish, right? One of the things that he informed me on today was Carnival Cruise Line and the overall cruise line industry expect to reopen back up quicker than the overall airline industry. Now, one of the things that comes to my mind is I find airlines to be much more essential than cruise lines. But based off of the overall plan, they expect to get these overall cruise line industries back to 100% much quicker than the overall airline industries. So the cruise line stock that I want to talk about is Carnival Cruise Line. This one is down over 70%. Offers, if it does return to previous trading prices, which again can take years and we don't even know if it's going to get back to that specific demand level that they had in 2019. But again, a goal is something to work towards, and it offers nearly a 400% return based off of the current price point that it's currently trading at. So this is why I'm talking about it. Again, Carnival Cruise Line, which is ticker symbol CCL, is one of many cruise lines out there. There's Royal Caribbean, there's Norwegian Cruise Lines. So make sure you take time to first inform yourself about what they offer, the series of options that you have, and select and add whichever one that you find most suitable to you to your watch list. Now, the other industry that I want to talk about that I have not covered on my channel before is the car rental industry. Obviously, as less people are flying, even less people are probably renting cars, as they don't need to borrow a car to commute in locations that they are not from. So one of the companies that has been the most negatively affected, unfortunately, because of this overall pandemic has been Hertz, which is ticker symbol HTZ. If I'm not mistaken, they're down over 80%. And they are on the road to overall bankruptcy. And one of the things that you really need to take into consideration is, yes, it might offer a lot of upside if and only if it does actually begin to make a recovery. But one of the things that you have to take into consideration is these stocks don't need to recover. The possibility of them burning through all their money and potentially going bankrupt is an option due to this unfortunate position that they're put in because of the overall pandemic and coronavirus. So make sure you take that into consideration before putting your money into that. But based off of the current price point and where it was trading at before, I just thought it'd be something interesting to talk about. Now, the other stock that I do want to talk about, it was first going to be JCPenney's when it comes down to the retail industry, but JCPenney's is just doing so bad. I think it's down nearly 90% based off of where it was trading at early 2020 or late 2019. But because it's already on the road to bankruptcy, I just didn't necessarily want to talk about it. The one that I decided to talk about is Macy's. Macy's is down over 70% from the start of 2020. And on top of that, it's also found a support based off of current price points right around $4 to $5. It's not making higher highs. It's not indicating any signs of a reversal, but it's building some form of support, which is at least showing hope. Now, what we can do is set our alerts, and if it does indicate signs of an uptrend, then we can follow up with it when it makes sense. Based off of the current price point that it's at, and when it was trading at $19 at its highs right before this overall pandemic happened, at the trading price of $19 a share, and based off of the current trading price of around $4 to $5, it offers nearly a 250% return if it gets to the same demand levels that it was in late 2019. So again, that wraps up the 4 industries that have dropped over 70% because of this unfortunate pandemic. If you guys would like me to make a follow-up video for each specific industry that I talked about and list the top 5 stocks that I'm watching in each industry that we covered today, again, all you have to do is drop a like. Make sure we get over 2,000 likes. So I really do appreciate your guys' time. Don't forget to stay connected, especially more now than ever before. We run the largest free investing group on Facebook with over 270,000 members, and that's that first link down below. Also, if you want to be able to watch me trade live every single day, click the second link down below, learn a little bit more about the Learn Plan Profit Group, what we have to offer, and to see if it would be a good fit for you. If you guys follow me on Instagram, feel free to send me a direct message, and especially if you're not part of our Learn Plan Profit Group already, I would love to send you even the live trading session from earlier this morning so you can kind of get a taste of what it is that we have to offer, and my Instagram is going to be down below as well. I really do appreciate you guys' time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.